my talk will revolve around these three words that I have chosen for my topic. The first word is ideal. If any students of our school or colleges and universities wants to become ideal, he should have adopt some qualities. The first quality is the sincerity. Sincerity doesn't mean just we have to exercise it while performing salah or paying zakah or dealing other affairs with the neighbors, with our relatives or with our colleagues. But the sincerity has a vast meaning. Sincerity must be observed while attending our classes. Sincerity must be observed while having our relations with our teachers. Sincerity must be observed while leaving the school and moving towards our houses. So sincerity is a driving force that has been laid inside the human body, that invokes him, that encourages him, that urges him to do best thing. So if a student is sincere towards his duty, towards his assignments, towards his works, towards his future, definitely he will come up with the great revolution and transformation in his life. So first of all, we have to uphold the sincerity in our thought, in our action, in our intention. Second thing is dedication. Dedication is the founding pillar of the success of any human being. If a person is coming from very low background of his family, he doesn't have educational background, he doesn't have academic background, he doesn't have even the wealth or resources, but he has the quality of dedication, he can melt the stones, even he can remove the heavy mountains and mighty mountains in the way that is going to hinder his success. So dedication can do wonders. It is a kind of miracle. The miracle cannot be seen, but it can be seen immediately. Like the result of the dedication must be seen, and a lot of people, they have dedicated their life towards their education, towards their academic field. They have come up with the good results in the horizon of education and the horizon of discoveries, in the horizon of technologies, and their names are shining like the stars in the sky. So second thing, the students must kept it in his mind, dedication. Work hard, give your time, give your energy, give your potentials towards your fixed goals and aims. And the third thing is devotion. Sure. Learning has two types. One thing that the parents have sent us to school, just we have to pass our time, just we have to discharge our responsibility, but our mental power, our senses, our calibers, our potentials that Allah Almighty has given us, we are not using fully. It means we are not devotee of education. When we learn any lesson or when we are sitting in the class, our mind should run like the water, that something is coming. We have to grasp it, we have to take it, we have to imbibe in ourselves. So the third thing is devotion. We should not learn like the other people learning. We should learn with the aim, with the goal, with the purpose to serve the humanity, to serve the nation, to serve the people who are in need. And fourth thing is simplicity and moral values. If a person wants to wear good clothes, wants to be very fashionable, wants to find all the luxurious things that he needs, definitely he will not hit the target. See, APJ Abdul Kalam, you might have read his story. Who was he? Nobody knew. In his childhood, his father was calling azan in a small mosque. He was a delivery guy of the newspapers. But he dedicated himself and he became devotee. That's why his name shone like the shining figure of a scientist. Why? Because he adopted the dedication, devotion, simplicity. He did not care of the luxuries. He did not care of the comforts. He left out all the comforts and all the things that is diverting from attaining his goal. That's why he became a great man. He is remembered after his death. So if you want to be remembered after death, you have to choose the simplicity and good characters. And the fifth thing is that you have to do introspection. Introspection is the result of all the efforts that we are giving day to day. After every week, we have to introspect ourselves. Where we were standing last week and where we are now and where to move for the next. If a merchant, he is spending a lot of money in the business, but he is not introspecting, he is not observing what the losses and what the benefits he has gained throughout the month or throughout the week, definitely he will not get a lot of riches and a lot of resources that he requires. So a student must observe himself. He should introspect himself that what he is achieving and what he should have to achieve. And the last one that is very important for you and for me also, that we should not fall a very simple prey to inferiority complex. Inferiority complex is dangerous for us. We should always believe in Allah Almighty, His Messenger, His message. First we have to be good Muslim, then we have to be ideal student. Without being ideal Muslim, we should never ever be a good student. Because Islam has laid all the principles about the education, as well as it has laid the principles for our religious life. So we have to put religion and give it the most priority that we can give to it. We should never compromise with the Islamic values, Islamic ethos, Islamic principles. Islam never tells us that you become scientist. Islam always encourages. If you are becoming good scientist, you can give a lot of things to the human being to his neighbors. If you are a good engineer, you can give a good house for the people to live. If you are a good agriculture expert, you can give a lot of suggestions and a lot of recommendation for the farmers to grow, to produce good foods for us. So Islam never discourages every person who can do favor to the humanity. So we have to uphold Islamic values, Islamic ethos, and at the end we have to be religious conscious and duty conscious. Ideal student should be religious conscious. He should never fail his salah. He should never show any kind of immorality, though he is dealing with his parents, his friends, his colleagues, his neighbors, or his non-Muslim brothers. Every time we have to exercise, we have to demonstrate good morals as our Prophet ﷺ has taught. And at the end, the good student should be very, very conscious about his time. Time is money. If time is lost, it can never be regained. The time is money, the time is our asset. And our Prophet ﷺ says in the glorious ahadith, min husni islam al-mar'i tarku ma la ya'ni. Min husni islam al-mar'i tarku ma la ya'ni. The best thing for a human being or for a Muslim is that to give up the things that doesn't give him any benefit. If we are talking with our friends, gossiping or chatting without any purpose, it means we are not valuing our life that Allah Almighty has given us. So the end, we have to regard, we have to safeguard our time. And I want to wind up my talk with these words that is very important for you. You have to keep in your mind, you have to keep in your soul, and you have to repeat it again and again. Why have we been created? Why have we been created? Have you been created just to get modern education, to do some discoveries, inventions? No. We have been created to be an obedient slave of Allah Almighty. How we can be? We have to think over it. How we can be a good Muslim? How we can be a good student? We have to exercise all these values. And we should never be impressed by the modern culture. We have our dresses, We have our own traditions, we have our own values, we have to uphold it firmly. Never ever compromise with these values. Even you should not belittle what the teachings have come from the Holy Quran, from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the guide, the teacher, the demonstrator, the warner. So we have to mold ourselves into the perfect life of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If we do this, inshallah, we will be the ideal student. We will cool the eyes of our parents, and also will be beneficial to the community and to the whole world. May Allah give you success. May Allah make you successful students, and may Allah use you for the community cause. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.